Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
This is the speaking test of the International English Language Testing System. The examiner's name is Sudhir Chabda. What's your name?
Sir, my name is Shubham Narula.
How should I address you?
You can address me as Shubham.
Shum, this test is being recorded. Are you fine with that?
Yes, sir.
In the first part, we'll talk about you. So tell me, what do you do?
Sir, right now I am doing IELTS with my sir, and I have online classes of that, and sir gives me a homework that I have to do every day because as in any subject, as we know, the self study
Okay.
is the most important aspect.
Are you liking preparing for this exam?
Yes, sir, it is a language job, but it is not an easy job. It is a difficult job. Like in a subject, I can say I have to learn a thing, then I have to rewrite it. But in IELTS, it is difficult because I have to read it again and again because due to some grammar issues and vocabulary issues, and due to
Okay.
some of the issues.
Are you fond of English otherwise?
Sir, I am fond of watching English series and English movies because as when the English movies and series TV shows are dubbed in Hindi, they are not as the same because there is a language barrier in both of them. As we can see, if we see Friends in Hindi, it will be no more fun because as Friends is the most popular and special show for
Okay.
everyone.
Fine.
So
Now I would like to discuss some questions regarding history. Did you study history at school?
yes, sir, I have studied history at school and I found it a bit boring because it is not worthy of studying everything. We should be known about everything, but it is not about the no, it is about knowing everything, not about questioning everything. Because as I can say, as we have known about Akbar, Babur, Samrat, Prithviraj, and all, we as after some time, after I can say after my 12th, I have
Okay.
no use of that.
Are you in contact with your history teacher?
No, sir, I am not in contact with my history teacher because back in school I was not very fond of child of history and I found it a bit boring because everything as I want to see where was Prithviraj at his time of teenage, I can found it on Google and I if I want to know about anything about any history or any aspect of history, it is on the Google and
Okay.
I should
Fine. Have you ever taught history to someone?
No, sir, I have never taught history to someone because I found it a bit boring because it is about no, it is not about knowing. It is about keeping in mind and revising again and again that I should learn this. Not I should know this. Like in any other aspect, as I can say in maths, it is a knowledge. I have to have a knowledge because it is about knowing the aspects, knowing the geometry, knowing the trigonometry. But in history that is not the perfection of that subject,
Okay,
that is about.
fine. Now let's move on to the topic parks. How often do you visit parks?
So I rarely visit parks because I in India parks are more of sand particles because it makes our clothes and shoes dirty, and I am not very fond of going to parks because as you have seen, the whole India is in a summer, and in the summer aspect of the summer season of the India goes for 8 to 9 months, and according to me, these eight
Okay,
to nine
fine.
months
And are there many parks in your city?
Yes, so there are very park many parks in my city, and people are very fond of going to the parks. Like there are theme parks also. Like people like to go to the Nico Park because there are some picnic spots there also, and there are some rides that
Okay.
they like to perform.
Would it be better if there were more parks in your city?
So, can you repeat the question? Is it no or more?
Would it be better if there were more parks in your city?
So I think if I am not a fond of park person, but parks parks are the necessity of our life because in parks there is the nature that are trees and flowers that flowers gives
Okay, fine.
good fragrance.
Okay, Shubham. This is the end of your part one. Give me a moment.
Yes, sir.
Shubham, now I will display your part two. It will be a card, and you'll have 1 minute to prepare for it, and you'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I'll tell you when to
Okay,
start
sir.
and when to stop. So don't worry if I
Okay, sir.
stop you. So this is your card now. Can you see it properly?
Yes, sir.
Fine. This is your card, and your preparation time starts. Okay, Shubham, now you'll have to speak. I'll tell you when the 2 minutes are over, so don't worry if I stop you. Could you start speaking now?
Sir, I would like, sir, big city around Punjab is Chandigarh. I would like to go to Chandigarh because I am a very fond of nightlife person. I like to have a nightlife because I am not a very early morning person, and I like to go to pubs and discs so I can have fun with my friends. And I like to have that I can say that Chandigarh is a place where we can roam all over the sectors like sector 17, 18, and it is a very fun kind of thing for me. And moreover, I can say the city, there is not at all a city that describes a person that I should visit. There is this is about more about friends, that because if I am alone in any city, any big city or anywhere, I will feel that I should stay at home and not go anywhere. I should stay at the hotel and order food here also. But with friends, we can roam all over the city. We can we can go to new places, and moreover, we can have the feelings of laughter and not being alone also. And we can do pranks, and it makes us feel like that we are living with the life, again the life of children, which is without no worries. As in teenage, we have a life which is of no worries, and it is a very good feeling to get away from the stress that all the persons are feeling right now. As I can say, there is a lot competition in the business level and the job level also. So it is a very good thing to go to any city with your friends, because it does not remind us about all our stress that we are prevailing. And uh, it is a kind of therapy for us, because every person needs a break anywhere in his life, and it
Okay,
should not
fine. Thank you. When do you think you'll go to Chandigarh?
sir, I think I will make a schedule for that, because
Okay, fine.
I
So this is the end of part two. We'll move on to part three now. We've been talking
yes,
about a
sir.
big city, so I would like to discuss the same topic with you for some time now. What are some differences between living in a big city and living in a small city?
But I think living in a small city is better than living in a big city, as we can have big malls and big culture in the big cities, but there is a lack of trustworthy and sympathy with the neighborhood, because in small cities we are having our good neighborhood, and we can contact with them whenever we need, and they will support with us. And in big cities, there is no one who has time for everyone. Everyone is busy in his or her lives, as we
Okay.
can see in Gurugram.
So do you mean the bigger a city is, the more materialistic its citizens are? Do you want to say that?
Sir, I think my opinion on this is that the bigger the city is, the more we want to go to new stuffs and the more we want to try. And the more we want to try new things, the urge, the utility of us increases, and it is a bigger materialistic thing for everyone because everyone to have a lavish life. And the smaller the city, the smaller
Okay.
the requirements will be.
So can you suggest some ways through which we can make big city people kinder?
Sir, can you repeat the question, please?
Can you suggest some ways through which we can make big city people kinder?
Sir, I think a person can be kinder by his feelings, by his neighborhood, and by the way he treats his colleagues. I think the individual who are going to jobs, there should be a 1 hour break so that they can interact with the other individuals, and they can have all the things going on with their life, like sorrow, like laughter, and everyone would have a good relation with their colleagues. And moreover, if we have a good relation with our colleagues, we will be kind to them. And meeting new people always show us new things in our life. That is a new era, and it also
Okay,
helps us to evolve.
fine. Then why do you think many people move from villages to metropolises?
Sir, because of the lavish style and the more earning they need. Because as in villages, we can see there is a very low study provided, and as in lavish cities, big cities, we can say like Gurugram, Ahmedabad, the need of job and studies more is given more importance. Like in smaller cities, people have to do work on their own, and they live their life peacefully. But in big cities, we can say there is no peace in our life. We go to study, then we go to job, and a person moves on for money, and
Okay,
there is no going.
fine. And what do you think about the past? Do you think in the past also city people were equally maybe materialistic?
So no, in the past there was as we can see, sir, the spending power of city people is more during the current time rather than past. In past, the city people were more connected to the village people. As we can see in the past, people tend to go to villages to meet their people. They will in the holiday they will take holidays. They will at every festival they will go to the villages, and they have come to cities for only jobs because of some family issues
Okay.
and money problems.
So can you now, as in, give me some disadvantages of living in a small city or a village, perhaps?
So there are several disadvantages for living in a smaller city. As in smaller city, there will be smaller opportunities for everyone. As a person
No,
who needs to
not
grow,
in that way, not in that way, but in abstract ways. Like you have given me some negatives regarding big cities that they are not, that much value oriented. Is there any abstract concept that is scarce in villages also?
so so yes, there are many aspects. As we can see in villages, there are smaller schools. They have only study till 12th, till 12th. And moreover, as we can see in the hospitals, there are no well graduated doctors that can do multiple operations like heart surgeries and all. The people of village have to go to some big city
Okay,
to
fine.
have a.
This is the end of your test. Shum, I'll have to analyze your performance. I'll tell you the score later. You will see your performance analysis on the YouTube video description only, so don't worry. Otherwise, off the top of my head, prima facie, I can say you've done a decent job. As in, fine. So thank you for participating.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.